All right, I have to show you a few clips of Donald Trump lashing out at reporters and trying to explain away the $400 million gift that he just took from Qatar. Now, the royal family gifted him something that they call a flying palace, which Trump will now use as his own Air Force One before retiring the plane in 2029 when he leaves office. It is all an exercise in hubris, in corruption, in bribery. Trump knows that. That's why he struggles to explain it. He struggles to explain anything, but also that's why he lashed out at a reporter during today's press conference that was absolutely awful. Now, I'll get to him lashing out in 1 second, but here's him just talking in circles, trying to explain why he took the jet.
And it's going to be a while before we get him. And I think Qatar, who we've helped them a lot over the years in terms of security and safety. I think they end very, very nicely, and I have a lot of respect for the leadership and for the leader, Qatar. And I think they knew about it because they buy Boeings. They buy a lot of Boeings.
If this is all above board, as Trump claims, then let Congress vote on it per the emolument clause. The Congress can vote on it, and then we'll see what happens. But no, Pam Bondi was the one who rubber stamped it, and Pam Bondi was a foreign lobbyist for Qatar, for the same country.
And they knew about it, and they said, we would like to do something, and if we can get a 747 as a contribution to our Defense Department to use during a couple of years while they're building the other ones.
I do not trust it. A 747 from Qatar. Qatar is a country that funds Hamas. Even if you put aside what you believe of the Israel-Palestine conflict, anybody who is funding Hamas, I just don't think deserves America's time.
I think that was a very nice gesture. Now, I could be a stupid person and say, oh, no, we don't want a free plane. We give free things out. We'll take one, too.
Oh, my Lord. This is our president's philosophy. He'll just take free things. He doesn't care about the implications. He cares about the transaction. When somebody's giving you something for free, there's an implication there. This is like me going to the strip club and thinking that the stripper actually loves me. No. There's an implication. It's all transactional. You have to give something in return, Donald Trump. They want something in return from you. That's why he snaps at this reporter. He lashes out at a reporter. Listen to this.
Respectfully, sir, as a businessman, some people may look at this and say, have you ever been given a gift worth millions of dollars and then not received anything?
It's not a gift to me. It's a gift to the Department of Defense.
It is a gift to Trump. Trump is absolutely lying. It is directly a gift to Trump. As he just said, it'll go in his own presidential library. He only gets to use it for 4 years. The plane only gets to be used by one president, and it's Donald Trump. Who else is it a gift to?
And you should know better, because you've been embarrassed enough, and so has your network. Your network is a disaster. ABC is a disaster. Here is the bill. Bobby, come on over here. Now you're talking about trillions and trillions of dollars. Thank you very much, everybody.
Mr. President,
Can I tell you what strategy I think Trump is taking here, other than being a complete dumbass? First of all, if you made it this far in the video, make sure you drop a like, drop some blue hearts, and scroll down and hit that subscribe button. YouTube keeps unsubscribing people. But here's a tactic that I think Trump is playing before I play this next clip of RFK Jr. claiming that Trump stands up to oligarchs and foreign adversaries. Trump is claiming to sign an executive order that will lower drug prices. He's not. It's a lie. But in doing so, he wants to distract away from the Qatar debacle. He's using this all as a spectacle to try to boost this executive order that he's signing. I don't want to give it the light of day, so I'm going to be focusing mainly on the Qatar scandal. I will touch on why this executive order is a lie. But first, listen to this clip of RFK Jr.
I don't know what, there's writers like Lord Elizabeth Warren or Robert Reich who are saying that President Trump is on this side of the oligarchs. There has never been a president more willing to stand up to the oligarchs than President Donald Trump.
He stood up to the oligarchs so hard that he accepted a $400 million private jet from them. He stood up to the oligarchs so hard that he allowed one of them to waltz around the White House, to cut USAID, and to open his own department. Trump has not stood up to a single oligarch. He sits back and laughs while they give him gifts and while he sells out the American people. Genuinely. Now here's Trump trying to explain his new price control policy.
They have to, we have to equalize.
Mr. President, what is
price controls?
Say it.
How do you respond to the fact that this?
It's not price control. No. Price control is before. If you want to talk about price control, is what they were doing. They were making us pay. They set a price, and they said, here's what we're going to pay, and anything else charge America. Because at that time they had a very stupid president, and it really went crazy during.
Biden actually had a tangible, substantial way to try to lower the cost of drugs, and Trump is trying to now do this through executive order. It's actually absurd. And really quickly, number one, it's a distraction away from the Qatar thing. But number two, an executive order is not a healthcare plan. This is what Trump does. He takes a popular idea from the left, like making healthcare more accessible. He wraps it in empty Republican slogans, and then he guts it from the inside out, acting like he's doing something. Like, remember when he said he's going to repeal and replace Obamacare? What ended up happening? He had a big promise, there was no plan, and nothing ended up happening. So again, an executive order is not a healthcare plan, and don't let them say it is. You can't regulate drug prices through a single executive order behind a press podium. Biden had multiple bills that he was pushing through Congress to try to stop the pharmaceutical industry from price gouging, from being a trillion-dollar beast with a fleet of lawyers ready to block any policy or anybody who challenges them. Trump is on the side of these billion-dollar, trillion-dollar companies, but is signing an executive order to try to distract away from the fact that he took a plane from Qatar. Listen.
And we'll be taking a look at that very strongly. The biggest thing we're going to do is we're going to tell those countries, like those represented by the European Union, that, that game is up. Sorry. And if they want to get cute, then they don't have to sell cars into the United States anymore. It's a very big subject. And they won't get cute, because I'll defend the drug companies from that standpoint. They were.
Trump's trying to threaten car imports to defend drug companies. I really don't understand where he's going with this, but I do know that his tariff policy is incredibly incoherent. I just want to end this off by saying we have to be pushing back and placing our own narrative to win against the Republicans' narrative. So Trump today is going to try to say that he lowered drug prices, he cut a trade deal, and that he secured a new win for our military with this plane. In reality, he signed a feckless executive order that does nothing when, he supports price gouging within the Medicare industry. Number two, he accepted a bribery from Qatar. And number three, he backed down from China. That was not a trade deal. He backed down. This dude took the U.S. tariffs on China from 25% to 135%, and then he took them back down to 30% and claims that he just took a massive victory by cutting a deal, but we got no concessions, no changes in capital flow, nothing. Nothing whatsoever. So don't let Republicans gaslight you and say that Trump is taking win after win after win when he's not. And I'll leave it at that. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you subscribe. I know that people hate when I pull up this chart, but we were one of the fastest growing YouTube channels in Q1 of 2025, and I am the youngest person on this list. So I appreciate it more than you know. If you scroll down and click subscribe, we could maybe beat Fox News in terms of growth during this next quarter. Love you all, and peace out.